Hi everyone, it's Rax. With Season 18 ending very soon, I wanted to create a quick and complete guide for leveling up in Season 19 so you can get started in the best way possible. Okay, so when the season starts, the first thing we're going to do is create a new hero, and I think almost everyone is going to be starting a Barb because they're going to be amazing next season, so we'll use Barb as our template. Very first thing you want to do when your seasonal hero is created is go to Game Settings and switch to Challenge Rifts and complete the Challenge Rift. Now, if you have never completed a Greater Rift on your account, you won't be able to do the Challenge Rift. So if you have a brand new account, make sure that you at least go far enough to complete one Greater Rift. Otherwise, this is not going to work for you, and a lot of the tricks that I'm about to show you will not work. Okay? So you're going to start up the Challenge Rift and you're going to complete it. You can either complete it solo or you can complete it in a group. Everyone gets the same character, the same gear, the same map. The week before, I will have a video out that will show you exactly how to complete it. So make sure you check out that video so you can one-shot the Challenge Rift. Okay? So, when you are done with the Challenge Rift, you are going to be able to start the game on your brand new barbarian or whatever you're going to make, and it's going to have some godly rewards for you. Okay? So we go over here, we go to our mailbox, and the Challenge Rift reward is right here. We claim it to inventory. Okay? Open it up, and you're going to see it's going to have a bunch of materials and death spreads and bounty materials, and all of this is going to be critical for the next step. The next thing that we want to do is go over to Mr. Templar or the Enchantress or the Scoundrel, depending on what class you're leveling up, and take their weapons, because their weapons are a big upgrade from ours. The next thing that we need to do is get Kanai's cube. That is in Act 3 in the Ruins of Sescheron. Okay, so let me skip forward and show you where it is on floor 2. And finally, when you get to the end of the Ruins of Sescheron, it's going to have your cube for you. Zultan Kulle is going to come talk to you, and there you go. Now you've got it. Alright, now let's get into the fun stuff. I'm going to show you some tricky things that are hopefully going to make us way stronger as we level up. First thing, with all the materials that you got from the Challenge Rift cache, level the Blacksmith all the way to 12, as well as the Mystic. Now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to craft something, and then with Kanai's cube that we just got, we are going to use recipe 3 to upgrade a rare item. And what we're hoping for is when we upgrade a rare item, we're going to get a multiplier for some skill that we can use while leveling. That's going to make it super, super easy. When we get that multiplier, we have just enough materials to cube that power with recipe 1, because remember, the Challenge Rift cache gave us bounty materials, and we're going to cube that power and have it the entire time that we're leveling. So, to demonstrate this, let's look at two-handed mighty weapons for barbarians. Okay? In total, there are 8. However, when you use recipe 3 to upgrade legendary, you cannot get items that are only craftable by the Blacksmith. So Unending War, crafted by the Blacksmith, as well as War of the Dead, only crafted by the Blacksmith, are not possible, which is actually a good thing for us. So we're down to 6 possibilities, and let's see how many of them have a very good multiplier for us. Bastion's Revered, Frenzy stacks up to 10 times. That's not a multiplier. Fury of the Vanished Peak can increase seismic slam damage by 500%. That's incredible. If we got this, we would be set. Modwick's Sorrow stuns enemies for 2 seconds. That's not a multiplier. And Gavel of Judgment increases the damage of Hammer of the Ancients by up to 800%. That would be absolutely incredible. Okay? So that's what we want. We want either Gavel of Judgment or Fury of the Vanished Peak out of the 6 possible choices. If we get the set item, it's a complete rip. And just to show you one other thing, here is the guide that I wrote that I'm following along with. I will have this in the description for exactly what to use and exactly the steps to take while leveling up. But as you can see, Barb, two-hander, there's 6 possible choices. 4 of them are bad, 2 of them are good, so there's a 33% chance to get something amazing. Okay, so let's jump into the game and let's see how lucky I can get. Go to the blacksmith, craft whichever one is appropriate for you. For us, it's two-handed mighty weapon. Craft a 70 yellow. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. Okay, here we go. One time. Give us something good. One time. And the season's over. I guess we'll quit till the next season. Alright, let's just try it again. So that's a rip. So at this point, you can only do this once with all of your materials. So this section of the tricky stuff wouldn't work for me, but let's just do another round. And it's a rip. Okay. So you wouldn't be able to do this on season. You only get one shot at this, but I just want to demonstrate what happens if you get something really, really nice. Really nice. We got to get it out of 10 times, right? Should be a 1 in 3 chance. There we go. Took me 3 tries. I guess that's what the math says it should take. So let's say you got Fury of the Vanished Peak. Then you would have just enough materials to come over here and be able to cube it. Okay? Before I do that, just to let you know, if it's ancient, if you get an ancient item, even if it's not good, you can actually use it for the next trick that I'm going to show you. So just don't get mad and don't salvage it instantly, even if it's bad. If it's ancient, there's something you can do with it. But if you get the godly multiplier, just throw it in and transmute. Hooray. Then you can pick the power. What's it called? Fury of the Vanished Peak. F. Where's F? F. Boom. Now Seismic Slam is going to deal 500% damage the entire time I'm leveling. So just put that on your bars and you're going to be a happy camper. Alright, for the next trick, we're going to have a bunch of blood shards that we got in the Challenger of Cash, and we want to use them very wisely to have an incredible start. Let me show you this amazing resource that will be in the description. And this is going to show you what you can get for every class at every level. So we go Barbarian, and we put it at level 1. What can I get from Kadala for a Barbarian at level 1? And the amazing thing that we can get are these bracers. These bracers increase Seismic Slam by 500% damage. That would synergize incredibly with the weapon that we just got. And the bracers of the First Men synergize perfectly with the other two-handed mighty weapon that you can get that's very good. So we have to go for these bracers, and then for a lot of classes, really, some of the best things to go for are just the Leoric's Crown for extra XP, and the same thing with the Leoric's Ring, but I'd go for the Leoric's Ring last because it's very expensive to gamble for, okay? So use that resource at your will, but let's see what we can get from Kadala. Let me salvage this nonsense that we have now, okay? So we're going to go for bracers, and we want the one that gives bonus to Seismic Slam because that's the cubed power that we got. So I think we can only have 500 shards, so we'll spend 500. Come on, Legendary. Stop giving me blues, Kadala. Wow. We are about to have the best season of all time. Okay? So got them fairly easily, got the exact ones. I wish this was my Barbarian starting out. Actually, no, I don't, because this is what I crafted, so it would have been a rip. But now we've got 2 insane multipliers. My Seismic Slam is going to be one-shotting everything. I'm a very happy camper. Now with the rest of them, let's try to get a Leoric's Crown. One time. Okay, and I think that's all I could buy. Okay, so I got one of the things that I needed. I'm a super happy camper. Season's going to be easy. Alright, things are looking very good for this Barbarian. Now let's go on to the next trick that we have. What you want to do is you want to go to weapons. I used two-handed axe, but you can use whatever two-hander you want. You could even use a two-handed bow. And I want you to craft a level 70 yellow version of a two-handed axe or whatever you want to use. Now what we're looking for is we want one that has life on hit, that has some kind of CC as a secondary. Okay, So we need life on hit on the main part, and we need a stun or a freeze or a slow as a secondary. We do not have a stun, a freeze, a slow as a secondary, so this one's not going to work. Let me show you why. What we're going to do is we're going to take this level 70 yellow and we're going to roll reduced level requirement on it. That way we can use it as early as level 40. But if I go here and I'm re-rolling the secondaries, aka the stats at the bottom, because that's where reduced level requirement comes from, do you see how many choices we have for the CC on both of these? All those rolls are going to come way before we get reduced level requirement, and we do not have infinite materials. So because of that, we're going to craft again and try to get a better option. So this had life on hit, but no CC. This one has a CC, but no life on hit. I would encourage you, craft another one. And you can craft a couple of these. You should have the materials. We have the CC, the knockback, but no life on hit. We have the CC, but no life on hit. I'm not exactly sure how many of these you can make. Maybe like 8 or so. That one's completely terrible. Let's try again. That one's no good. It doesn't have life on hit, and it doesn't have the CC. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep going and just to demonstrate to you what we need to get. But if you craft a couple of these and you don't have what you want, then just go with one that has CC with no life on hit. That'd be the second best option. And I'll show you both ways just to demonstrate why you want to get life on hit. It takes away one of the options for you. Okay, this is taking forever. I'm going to stop wasting your guys' time. Let's craft 5 at a time. Life on hit with no CC. No life on hit. No life on hit. Life on hit with a CC. Okay, perfect. Let me show you how this works. Get rid of those. Okay. So let's start with the very best option. The best option would be life on hit with the slow on hit. When you go to re-roll and you want to re-roll the secondary that is not your CC. So we go to our secondaries, our CC is the slow. We want to re-roll the other things. So we're going to roll the monster experience. Look, we only have 3 choices. And reduced level requirement is one of them. But if I go with the other one that does not have life on hit, and I try to re-roll this, we can get life after each kill. And believe it or not, adding one more affix that you can get will actually dramatically reduce your chances of getting a very good roll. Okay, so let's go with the really good one. Here we go. And we re-roll one time. Big reduced level requirement. Come on, one time. You can see, even with the best scenario, how hard it is to get what you want sometimes. This is actually kind of ridiculous. There we go. That's a really good roll. Okay, so get it as close to -30 as possible, and then run over here and throw it in your stash and keep it. And when I'm level 44, now all of a sudden I have a 3,200 DPS weapon that I'm going to be able to use to smash everything. Alright, and remember back in the step when we were upgrading rares to legendary, and I mentioned if you got an ancient weapon to hold on to it even if it was the wrong thing? What you can do is you can go to the Mystic and try to re-roll reduced level requirement, and you can actually get it up to reduced by 40, which would allow you to use this insane weapon at level 30. The problem is if it has a lot of these CCs on it, it's going to be very, very difficult to roll. So I've already rolled this about 5 times, just going to roll it a couple more times just to see how long it takes us to get this reduced level requirement. And with the materials from the bags, you can't re-roll this too many times. So if you don't already have a CC on there and can roll something else, this isn't a great option, but I did want to make you guys aware that it's a possibility. So maybe you could try 1, 2, or 3 times since it gets exponentially more expensive. But yeah, it doesn't look like this is a good option if you have the CC as a choice. Alright, so things are going very well. We completed the challenge rift, we got the cash, we leveled up our blacksmith and our mystic, we got Kanai's cube, we upgraded the legendary and got an amazing power and cubed it. We gambled at Kadala and got some amazing bracers. We crafted a two-handed axe and re-rolled it, and now we're able to use a 3,000 DPS weapon at 44. Now it's time to actually start playing. One of the easiest things to do at the beginning is complete a boss bounty that doesn't require a lot of running, and the Act 2 bosses are really good, like Zultan Kulle and Maghda. So let's see, do we have the bounty for Zultan Kulle? No. Do we have the bounty for Maghda? We do. Kill Maghda. All right, so let's just activate that. You could do this on normal difficulty or hard. I wouldn't go any higher than that. And it doesn't take too long. You just run over here and we're going to kill her, and I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to get for it. And it's pretty nice because you're going to get some yellows to start off your little quest toward becoming the world's greatest Diablo player. So just give me a moment here while I run there. It's not too far. Zultan Kulle is the ultimate bounty because you literally take 2 steps and you're right there. They're walling me off. They don't want me to get to Maghda. I'm going to kill your queen no matter what you try to do. Almost there. Big XP boost right there. Pool of reflection. Just kidding, they're pretty worthless at this low level, but that's alright. Alright. Come on, Maghda, let me show you what I've got. Actually, I don't have anything. My gear sucks. Now, in Season 19, the bonus is going to be something different than the rings. It's going to be a kill streak bonus, but in leveling up, I found it was very, very difficult to keep this up. So I wouldn't rely too much on the kill streak bonus. Oh, I better move here. I'm going to die. Holy cow, Maghda. You got a lot of friends. I'm just going to go for Maghda. Pink ring, big damage. Get out of that molten or I'm dead. I'm going to be dead anyway. And I win. Haha. So, when we complete this, should get a lovely treasure chest with some amazing loot. Amazing loot. Look at that. Put it all on, and you get 4 yellows for doing absolutely nothing. Life is good. Another big hint, when you reach level 7, every single act has a vendor that ends in the fence. And these vendors can sell rings that add 2 to 4 damage, which is a tremendous damage boost to your character. And they look exactly like this. Oh man, these even have 2 attack speed on them. What a world we live in. What a time to be alive. So, with the rings on, we do 27 DPS. With the rings off, we do 13. It more than doubles our damage. Big, big boost. So make sure that beyond level 7, you and your team are checking the vendors for these rings and equipping them as quickly as possible. Now the question is, what weapons are we going to use from now until we reach level 44 when we can use our amazing 3000 DPS weapon? And the answer is you want to craft two-handed, either axes or swords, whatever you want to use. I always use axes all the way up. So we can craft this one and put it in our inventory. We'll be ready to use this at 16. You see it's a gigantic damage increase. And one thing you can do is you can craft one of each all the way up and just put them in the bottom right corner of your inventory as you're leveling. Just be sure that you don't accidentally hit salvage all yellows when you go back to town. Just make sure all these ones with the little locks on them just stay in your inventory. But if you just craft one of each and put them in the bottom right, you can just equip them as they become available. And then, of course, finally, you can put your level 44 one on when you reach that point. I wouldn't put the level 44 one in your inventory just in case you accidentally hit the salvage all yellows button. You don't want to erase that one because we just spent a lot of time and a lot of materials re-rolling it. So be careful with that one. All right. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to level up. The first way is potentially the fastest way to level up. It will not work in hardcore, and it is not a method that I would recommend. But what you can do is you can turn the difficulty all the way to Torment 6 and go to the Halls of Agony level 1, and there will always be these big blades that are coming down and that cut down in the actual environment. And what you can do is you can drag monsters to those blades and kill stuff at Torment 6, and that's major XP. Okay, so let's check it out here. Here we are. Here are the blades. Try to lure him to the blades. Come to the blades. Come here. Easy. See how much XP I got for that? So you just aggro everything. You make everything mad. Boom. We just killed 3 skeletons there. So this is definitely, to me, not the most engaging way to level, but I did want to make you guys aware that it is an option. Ow. Luckily, the fans don't seem to one-shot you. There we go. I'm already level 9. Easy. The second way to level is with massacre bonuses, and I would recommend starting on hard. This is very good for solo play. It's also very good if you play a ranged class that can tag monsters. What you'll do is go to Halls of Agony level 2, and you'll just keep your kill streaks going with a bunch of monsters. Keep them going as long as you possibly can in order to get a big multiplier for your XP at the end. Now, with Season 19, the buff is going to spawn a bunch of affixes that are going to kill everything. So that's going to make it very difficult to keep this up. So keep that in mind, so that might make it a little bit more difficult than normal. Or who knows, actually, maybe it'll actually make it easier. But one way or another, you got to get a massacre going. See, I got 18 kills, and now I got to keep going, keep it up. As long as you hit a monster, you'll keep it out. Okay, so those unburieds really hurt. Up to 27, beautiful. You can drag monsters. As long as you land a hit, it'll keep going. And then die like I did, and big XP. Anyway, it's not very good for classes like the Barbarian, where you have to walk around to keep it up, but anything at ranged, Witch Doctor is a good option, Demon Hunter is a good option, is very good for leveling in this style. So just keep moving along here. I just keep hitting stuff to keep it up. This Unburied will hopefully follow me till the end of the world. He punched me forward. Up to a Vengeful Massacre. I'm purposely not killing this Unburied as I kite him, so I can keep my kill streak going. It's very difficult as a melee class, excuse me. Let's see if we can get to 50 here. Come on, Mr. Unburied. Okay, and I'll cut it here. Let's just get the 50 kills. And boom, 2.25 times experience. Hell yeah. And finally, the most popular and my favorite way to level up is just to do rifts. Rifts are amazing because they keep your group together. They give you a very steady stream of yellows and blues and gems and legendaries. And to me, it's just the most fun way to do it. So if I were you, I would start on hard. If someone gets really lucky with their cubed powers and their bracers, then go ahead and feel free to turn the difficulty up. But in general, you should be clearing the rift very, very easily. If you're struggling and you're fighting the Rift Guardian for 5 minutes, you're on a difficulty that's too high. And remember, when you get to level 40 and you get your 3000 DPS weapon, you can turn it up at least to Torment 1, and if the stars align and you got everything godly, you can go all the way to Torment 6, at least for a while, and feel free to adjust the difficulty as you're leveling up. And all of these tricks should take you to level 70 in an hour and a half or less. Alright, and the final step once you are level 70 is to complete your seasonal journey. So if you right-click your portrait and go to View Season Journey, there are different chapters you can complete. When you complete chapters 2, 3, and 4, each of them are going to give you 2 pieces of a 6-piece set for your class, which is going to give you a major damage boost. So chapter 1 is very easy, you just blaze through that. You're going to get 2 pieces after you complete chapter 2. 2 more pieces for 4 total after chapter 3. And when you get to chapter 4, there is one difficult thing that I would save for last, and that is clearing a GR20 solo. Okay? So let me show you what sets you're going to get in Season 19, and this link will be in the description. So the sets are on a rotation, so you can see Season 18 gave us the same sets as Season 14. So for Season 19, we should get the sets from Season 15. Now, I'm not sure if Monk and Crusader are going to get the new ones, but as I've heard that we're not going to get the new ones, so it should be exactly this. The Wrath of the Waste set stands out as it's going to be absolutely incredible for barbarians. So not only have barbs been massively buffed in this patch, but they're also getting the best starting set. So even more of a reason to start barb this season. Unhallowed Essence is very good for Demon Hunters because that's for multi-shot. That's very good for speeds and farming. That's another good choice. And Tal Rasha for Wizard is not bad either. The rest of them are kind of meh, but those are the really good ones that I see for Season 19. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this guide will take you from a brand new character all the way to level 70 with your set and ready to destroy in Season 19. I will be doing a major stream on the first day. Last season, at the end of the first day, I was the highest Paragon. Rank 1 in 4s, rank 1 in 3s, rank 1 in 2s, and rank 1 in solo. We'll go for the same goals this season, and we'll see if we can make it happen. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in Season 19.